What is up, Minecrafters? It's that man, aka Benny P, with another Minecraft tutorial, and today we are going to be talking about item elevators. So what I have behind me is a super simple item elevator. It may look complicated, but once you build this thing once or twice, you will totally have it down and it will be super easy for you guys. And this thing is also super reliable. So let's go ahead and throw some items into this hopper, and you will see that the system will kick off and it starts spinning the items out into this hopper, and you end up with all the items in the top chest. So yep, that's how item elevator works. Super simple. Now you could opt for, instead of using what I have built on top, you could just use this bottom system to shoot into like a water elevator if you didn't want to do all of your droppers straight up like this. But this is totally lossless, pretty simple way to do it. So let's get started on how to build this version. All right, so to get started, you're going to need everything in my hotbar. You're going to need some building blocks. You're going to need, and I can't give you exact counts on these except for the redstone pieces, because it's all determined on how high you want your item elevator to go. So you're going to need some amount of building blocks. You're going to need a bunch of observers, at least one for every row that you go up. So, and then also one for the bottom. And then you're going to need a redstone comparator, a redstone repeater, 5 redstone dust. You're going to need a bunch of droppers, one for every block you want to go up, 2 hoppers, rails. You're going to need half of however many blocks you want to go up of power rails, a stone stair, and a chest. Of course, the chest is optional, but if you guys need that, then you can do that. All right, so we'll make this our start block. So all we're going to do is place down a piece of redstone. Now, if you want this to be flush with the floor, then these 2 blocks should be under the ground, these 2 rows here. So you would dig down 2, put a piece of redstone right there. Now you're going to want to take your repeater and face it into that redstone. Not like that. Face it into the redstone. Easier for me to say than do. Take your repeater, place it into the redstone, and then you're just going to put a solid block here right behind that repeater. So now what you need to do is put another solid block on top and right in front of that redstone. So now you should have something that looks like this, and go ahead and put one more piece of block right there, and that is the beginning of your system. So all you need now is a comparator here, a repeater right here, and then you're going to pull some blocks alongside those comparator and repeaters, and grab yourself some redstone and just run it straight like that. And believe it or not, that is all of the redstone done. So if we dropped in a dropper right here with a comparator straight into that, and we just threw items into here, you'll see that those will just get spit out, and it's going to do that until all the items are gone. So this, like I said, you could shoot that into a water elevator if you wanted to, but I'm going to show you guys how to build the rest of the system right now. All right, so that's done dispensing. So let's just get rid of that, and let's do a dropper going straight up. So you want to do as many droppers as you'd like for as far as you want the items go up, and this can be as high as you want it, no problem. It's never going to get any items caught. It's very reliable. I would say you probably don't want to leave the area while this is running, just in case you may get some items stuck that way. But we'll even go a little taller than that one is, so you guys can see that you can build this any height. And then whenever you get to the top block, the highest most block you want, then just put your dropper facing this way. And now you're going to grab your stair, place a temporary block there, and a temporary block here, and then you can turn around and place your stair in this configuration, get rid of that block, and now you can put in your repeaters, temporary repeater, turn around and put your repeater sorry, put your hopper facing this way, and then you can grab your chest and throw your chest in right behind that hopper. So now you should have something that looks like this, but nothing's going to happen. The only thing that's going to happen is all the items will get shot into this dropper because we're not powering these droppers when that happens. So what we need to do is put in a row of blocks behind each of these droppers. Not behind the one with the comparator, of course, but starting here, just put a row of blocks all the way up to the very top dropper. All right, now that that's finished, that's something that looks like this. Again, you can stop at any point in this scenario and do this top configuration like we did. But what we're going to do now is you're just going to face down towards your repeater and place an observer. It should look just like that. The face should be placing into the repeater, and that's going to kick a signal off here when that repeater activates. Then what we want to do is put an observer straight into that observer, so this can see when that observer activates, and a powered rail on top of that. Now you just want to keep doing this. You're going to put another repeater looking at that power rail. This repeater will be looking at the power rail, powering this rail, and you're just continuing this process all the way up until you get to the top of your system. So like I said, it's easy, super easy process. Just do this all the way up. Placing your repeaters facing into those. All of these repeaters on this row should be faced the same way, that way, and all of these repeaters should be faced straight down looking at your powered rails. And just continue this process all the way up and you should be good to go. All right, so let's talk about the top here. If we were going to end on this block and we had our dropper facing out right here, we wouldn't need this. We could just stop like that. But since we're one block higher, we will need that last powered rail, and we'll need an observer facing into that, because you need to make sure you have all the observers that line up with all these blocks. So that's how this system would finish. Again, if we want to drop this down one block, then we wouldn't have to put the powered rail there or this observer. But since it is in the configuration it is, then we will need those two pieces. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And believe it or not, your item elevator is totally finished. So now what we can do is we can drop any items into this hopper right here. And you will see that this will go straight up and in this chest. Alright, a couple more things to talk about before we end this video. So you can build these side by side like I did here. All you have to do is move the hopper over to this side so it's on the same side as the redstone. And then you can just duplicate whatever you done on this side, but it doesn't have to go the same height. So these two actually work individually. If I grab this bamboo and drop it in this hopper, you'll see that the system will start filtering this way. And if I drop some sugarcane on this side, you'll see the filter will start filtering in, the item elevator will start elevating the items up here. And these two are working totally independently. So you can stack these right next to each other. One other thing I wanted to tell you guys is, if you want to, you don't need this dropper right here. You can point that straight up instead, and then just put your hopper on top of that. And this should make it a little more quiet for you guys. So put a temporary hopper there, and then you can just do, you can do something like this. Get rid of that one, and just throw your chest on top. And if we grab some items to throw in there, then we can just throw these items into this hopper right here, just like so. And you will see that all the items go straight into there. So if that helps you more, if you'd rather do it this way, you can totally put your hopper straight on top of the dropper line, and that will work perfectly fine. I think you can even put a chest here instead. So if you wanted to, you could put a double chest here and put your hopper line under it, going that way. So lots of different configurations you can do here at the top. This is just the one I chose, but of course you could do it like this as well. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you never miss a video from me, aka Benny P, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye!